let this be.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all the love. Thank you. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram. Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, and wherever you get your podcast, you can find this amazing show, Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. We have a good one today, y'all. We are talking about South Carolina women's basketball team starting lineup and the keys to victory versus Missouri Tigers today. And I wanted to talk about the starting lineup because, real talk, that was such a highlight early in the season about who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, such and such players and doing as well. So we should make adjustments. But the Carolina is a little different in terms of starting lineups because we really play so many players. And if you look at the minutes played per game over the course of the season, you're really talking about 10 players who play 17, 16 minutes or more during the course of a basketball game. And the highest minutes for a player on South Carolina's basketball team is te-hina at 25.4 minutes per game. The starting lineup is obviously it's important. It is very important. It is what sets the tone for the first, I would say, 5-6 minutes of the basketball game. And with South Carolina's team, the starting lineup sets the tone defensively for the rest of the game. Now, what's been going on, especially early in the season, these slow starts, because offensively, we were not getting the point production that we are used to getting from the starting lineup. Now, that has changed. Continuity has happened. Connectivity has happened. Just being used to players being in certain spots and getting the ball to those players in their certain spots and understanding the roles and the urgency of actually being in the starting lineup. This is Sania Feagin's first year starting. And it took some time. But for the season, Sania Feagin is playing very good basketball. I mean, we could talk about the seven points. We could talk about the 4 rebounds. We could talk about shooting 58% from the field. We could discuss all those things for Sania Feagin. But what's important for Sania Feagin and her 16 minutes of play is when she's in the basketball game, her 6'3" physical presence is being felt. It's being felt. It's awesome to see how she has developed as a player. She has blossomed. I think that's the biggest, the buzzword that we could say as South Carolina fans is blossoming for Sania Feagin. Offensively and defensively, we always knew she could play offense. We knew that. She could play some offense. But she's progressed so far defensively. te-hina is the point guard / shooting guard for the South Carolina basketball team. 5'9" for Oceanside, the leading scorer of this basketball team, averaging about 11 points per game. Shooting, 48% from the field, 42% from three. Is an exceptional basketball player overall. Very versatile, doesn't commit turnovers, playing some exceptional and wonderful defense this year, and playing the most minutes on this basketball team. She is the glue. She is literally the glue that keeps this thing together for South Carolina. In last game versus Wofford, South Carolina had, or should I say, Don Staley had te-hina Paopao playing more on ball, okay, and had Raven Johnson playing off ball, okay. So what it showed me was that obviously Don was trying to get Raven going. te-hina Paopao is an exceptional ball handler, and the point guard position is intertwined between those two players. And when Maddy comes in the basketball game, you're talking about a triple threat from those three players handling the basketball. I would like to say that as te-hina Paopao goes, this team goes, but I can't say that. I cannot say that because of Tessa and because of Fulwiley. I can't say those words, but I will say this right here. 9 times out of 10, if te-hina Paopao has a solid to really good basketball game, we're going to win. We're going to win. If she doesn't have a good basketball game, not saying we're going to lose, not saying that whatsoever, but there is a propensity for us to have a more tougher road if she's not playing well. Chloe Kitts. What has not been said about Chloe Kitts this year so far? Averaging almost a double-double, playing less than 19 minutes, averaging 9 points, 8 rebounds. Sensational defensive player. Doing what we thought she would do when she was the 17th overall recruit in the class of 2023 and enrolled early. Is it possible for Chloe Kitts to average a double-double and play 20 minutes or less per basketball game? It is very possible. It's very possible. I expect Chloe to play very well today. If she gets 18, 22 minutes in this basketball game today, that means she's playing very well. And that also means that she is a double-double threat. So we talked about Feagin, we talked about Chloe, we talked about Powell, we talked about Raven. Raven Johnson started off the season slow, very slow. But she's turned the corner, and she's been shooting the ball over the last 6 to 7 basketball games very well. She's still very good defensively. Her three-point shot right now is only about 28%. But over the last 5, 6, 7 basketball games, she's shooting well over 40% from the three-point line. She had a very good game against Wofford. I expect that to trend upwards as we play Missouri tonight. Finally, Bree Hall. Bree Hall, in my humble opinion, is the engine of this team. Bree Hall. Breezy, big shot Breezy, is one of the best defenders. She's not afraid of the moment. She can calm everything down with her presence. I think she's made her some money this year in regards to playing at the next level. Is her numbers eye-popping? No, they are not. Not at all. But if we talk about Bree Hall and the 23, 22 minutes that she plays per game, and right now leading the basketball team in three-point shooting, yeah, Bree Hall is leading te-hina Paopao, and she's leading Tessa Johnson in three-point shooting. Bree Hall is shooting 43% from the three right now. Powell shooting 42 and Tessa shooting 41. We have 3 players shooting well over 40% from the three-point line. And ladies and gentlemen, it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. This team is special, and this starting lineup is awesome. Awesome. Now, when the offensive prowess of a point guard like a Raven or like a te-hina Paopao who can score the basketball and deliver amazing and super and wonderful passes along the way. Did I mention that South Carolina is ranked in the top 10 in terms of assist to turnover ratio and ranked in the top 10 in terms of turnovers per game? That is a byproduct of Raven. It's a byproduct of te-hina Paopao, and it's a byproduct of Maddy McDaniel with the highest assist to turnover ratio in the country coming off the bench. The impact of a player like te-hina Pow, who can shoot the lights out, who led the country in three-point shooting last year, and still shooting 42% from three this year, which is considered almost like a down year when te-hina Pow is only shooting 42% because every time she takes a shot, you expect it to go in. But most incredible for Pow this year is her defense. Her defense. I told folks during the summer, I told folks that Pow is going to have a year to be remembered by. I've said that she's going to be better than ever, and it is proven to be so. She's quicker. She's faster. She's more demanding. Pow is a presence on this team. Rebounding and inside scoring at the post position with Chloe and with Feagin has been coming along. Chloe didn't waste any time because she jumped from the beginning. We're talking about Michigan and Las Vegas. She's like, okay, I'm here. I'm here. And has never left. If Chloe Kitts averaged 33, 35 minutes per game, she would be leading the SEC in rebounds. Right now, currently, it is Anissa Morrow, who's leading the SEC in 14 rebounds, but she's also playing about 35 minutes per game. In context, Chloe averages 7.7 in 18 minutes per game. The starting lineup complements not only each other, but it also complements the second team. Whatever the second team is, it complements them. Because the rotational pattern for this basketball team, when Raven goes out, now it's a different for tonight because Maddy isn't playing. Sakima isn't playing. So we're down to 11 players tonight. Like Caps down to 11 players. Like, what does that really mean? Well, it don't really mean too much, and because the quantity and quality of players on this basketball team is numerous, but it does change somewhat because you have a Maddy McDaniel who's averaging almost 17 minutes per game. So somebody got to get those minutes, and not only does somebody got to get those minutes, you have a player in Maddy who we already talked about, who's leading the country in assist to turnover ratio, but who also plays great defense. So, first SEC game of the night, first SEC game of the year, I should say, and with it being the first SEC game of the year, and the importance of every single SEC game as we move forward in order to be crowned the SEC champion, I expect Raven going to play a couple more minutes than usual. Right now, Raven's averaging about 23 minutes per game. I expect her to play anywhere between 25 and 27 minutes tonight, unless there's a blowout. I expect Pow to probably play 26 to 27 minutes a game. I mean, tonight as well, a little bit above her average. I expect MiLaysia Fulwiley, who's averaging less than 20 minutes per game, to go over that threshold of 21, 22 minutes tonight. You got to mix and match those minutes and move it along. One player I did not mention, who's averaging close to 21 minutes herself, who is getting starters minutes, is Tessa Johnson. And if we did a deep dive on who plays the most, or who's our because you have the starting lineup that's announced, before the basketball game goes on, but you also have the 5 players who actually play the most minutes in thus basketball game. So they're getting starter minutes, but not necessarily getting their name announced before tip-off. So you have players like a Joyce Edwards who's averaging 20 minutes per game. Those are starter minutes. Joyce has led the team in scoring three games in a row. Right now, Joyce is 11 points, a half a point behind te-hina Paopao being the leading scorer on this basketball team. Okay. Last year, MiLaysia Fulwiley was the second leading scorer on this team behind Kamilla Cardoza, and MiLaysia Fulwiley came off the bench. Now it's Joyce Edwards who's delivering that scoring punch. We're getting 11 rebounds, 11 points, about 5 rebounds. Expect Joyce to play very well tonight and spell Chloe and spell Feagin. Because here's the thing. Joyce, with her 19.9 minutes per game, is more than what Feagin averages, which is 16 minutes a game, is more than what Chloe averages at 18.3 minutes a game. It is more than what Ashlyn Watkins averaged at 19.7 minutes per game. Joyce Edwards is a de facto starter. Expect Joyce Edwards to be the leading scorer tonight for the 4th straight game. What does that mean for South Carolina? It means that we have a go-to scorer on this basketball team, and she happens to be a freshman. Now, not just any other freshman, okay? We also have a freshman who won multiple gold medals for Team USA. We also have a freshman who won every accolade you can receive as a senior in high school. Joyce Edwards. A lot has been said about MiLaysia Fulwiley having an up and down yo-yo type season so far. Well, she's a 3rd leading scorer. She's averaging double digits, averaging 10.1 points per game. And she complement the lineup that I would like to see when MiLaysia Fulwiley is in the game. So she can not be the ball handler per se, although the last couple games she has been exceptional with her assists and her shot making. She has been exceptional at delivering the ball in the right spot. She had 5 assists last game against Wofford. But when MiLaysia's in the game, I want this is what I want. I want Tessa and I want Powell in the basketball game. That's what I want. If Fulwiley's in the game. Powell be the primary ball handler. Tessa be that secondary ball handler. And when MiLaysia Fulwiley gets that basketball, she go to work. I don't want her sitting at the 3-point line just hanging out. I don't want those things. No. I don't want those things. I want her to be that Kobe. I want her to be that AI. I want her to break people down. Not setting up the offense, but delivering the offense. Real talk, I don't want MiLaysia and Joyce in the game at the same time. I don't. When MiLaysia's in the game, she's a scorer. When Joyce is in the game, she's a scorer. And te-hina Paopao gonna do what she does anyway, playing off the ball, on the ball, whatever. She's gonna get her points. That's Captain Will's vision. The offensive and defensive strategies for this game on tonight is pretty simple. Play Carolina basketball. It's pretty simple. That's a catchphrase, right? The habits. Make sure you have the right habits. Make sure you're doing the right thing. All those things that we hear, that coach speak, that we hear when talking about South Carolina. But offensively, limit turnovers. Not concerned about that. Not concerned about limited turnovers whatsoever. We're going to do well taking care of the ball. That's what Carolina does. Shooting over 45% from the field. Okay? That needs to happen. We shoot over 45% from the field offensively. We are in a good position. Shooting over 35% from the 3-point line. We are in a good position. Leading Missouri in offensive rebounds. We have to dominate the glass. I have no doubt that we're going to do that. But I don't want to see that little 5'11" guard getting 7 or 8 rebounds in this basketball game. I don't want to see no mess like that. I want to see Ashlyn Watkins doing what she's supposed to do. I want to see Chloe Kids doing what she's supposed to do. I want to see Sania Feagin doing what she's supposed to do. I want to see Joyce Edwards doing what she's supposed to do. That's what I want to see. Offensively, it's not too difficult. We got better players. We're bigger, faster, and we're stronger. It's not too difficult. Defensively, we got to run them off the 3-point line because Missouri can shoot that doggone ball. I mentioned that yesterday that Missouri shoots. I want to say 36, 37% for the 3-point line. They're ranked like 30th in terms of shooting the 3-point basket. South Carolina shoots about average about is ranked 253rd in defending the 3. Something got to happen. We have to defend that 3 well tonight. That's defensively. Be disruptive. A brother commented and said that Ashlyn Watkins is one of the most disruptive players in college basketball because of her length, and she get those deflections and because we always talk about the block shots and defense in general, but deflections mean a lot. Steals. She averages about 2 steals per basketball game. Joyce Edwards is averaging about 2 steals per basketball game. Those things need to happen in the game tonight. That has to happen. The importance of communication with this team as we move on to SEC play and as we move on to bigger and better things is vital. It's vital. Being in the right place at the right time and being aggressive and urgent when doing that, offensively and defensively. No setbacks, no let-ups. It don't matter who it is in the conference. Beat them down. Beat them down like they stole something. This is Carolina basketball. It's time to get hyped. It's time to get ready. It's time to reclaim the dominance that we have. And it starts tonight. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.
J-Rock, let this be.